Hello. This is just going to be a brief live stream about the different role play sims. Some people seem to think that the role play sims are dying on Second Life, but from what I can see, there are currently 300 and 302 role play communities, amongst other things on Second Life that you can do. So the role play communities, some have gone and some have stood the test of time. We have a lot of vampire communities like we used to in the past, and even new ones like this and this one. Cypress Island, I think, has been around for a very long time. There are historical sims where you can go and role play there. Do retro role play. I do retro role play sometimes in the 1950s and 60s. Battle of the Bulge is the combat area, so you can have battles. And I mentioned this before. That's one of the things that I like to do in Second Life is to do the battles and they call it CTF, capture the flag, the jungle role play. That's one of the ones I do currently. And then this is a new destination. I really like this. Check this out. So it says it has a strong roleplay community here, which means they are very active in this roleplay. And most of these places are. It's a matter of what you like and what you want to go to and do, what you want to roleplay as. So I would first look at this list on secondlife.com/destination to find what's right for you. And Little Yoshiwara Rara is one of the role play sims that we venture to as a family. I love going here. This is an old place. Not sure how old it is, but we've been role playing here for a long time. And they have all different kinds of events. I recorded a play that's on here on YouTube. They have just a lot of fun, interesting things to do in this Edo period role play. This is a very active community. The group is very active. It has been for years. And I think just about all of these groups in Sims are very active. And the Viking settlement of Rankortvik, I don't know what's going on with this one. I feel like it comes and go because every time I go to the sim, it's there. But then when I want to go back, maybe a week later, it's gone. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe they move a lot or something. There were a lot of Viking roleplay sims. I used to do that a lot, and I used to do the battle simulations on the Viking as a Viking. For me, more than anything, when it comes to role playing, I really like the ones that do the battles, the fights, and the capture the flag and different things like that. I really love those systems in those role play. Now there are There used to be a cracked in. I've mentioned cracked in before. It was an urban role play that I got into very heavily, but I haven't been in it in a while. And okay, these are all the medieval communities. But cracked in, I haven't heard too much about it. They had a website and everything. So it might still be around if you're into the urban type of RP like that. And there are a lot of urban RP. There are a lot of fightings. Fight you get on the fight system. Some make their own fight system in HUDs, and you just have to know what's for you. And visit and watch. My very strong opinion is that you watch the people role play first. That's why they offer visitors tags. Watch them role play and then see if that's for you and then get into it and get all the stuff that you need and get your character sheet and all that stuff. Don't just hop into a role play blind. That's how I say it. And they're nice people. A lot of communities that I've gone to, they're really nice. They're approachable. They will help you if you're a first time role player. And some do hard role play, soft role play. It just depends. And think I've spoken about those different types of role plays before, so I'm not going to go into depth about that. The furry anthro role play seems very new to me. Even though furries have been around since the beginning of SL, as far as these role playing communities go, this is my first time really seeing them. I'm sure they've been here for a while. Yeah, these are nice. And the way the role playing sims are decorated is very, very pretty and creative. And some people think that role playing in Second Life is dead. It's not that it's dead, it's that the communities are pretty tight knit and they have different rules of they have different rules. And then most people role play at different times and you might catch someone in the middle of role playing and things like that. And we're all in different parts of the world, so people are online at different times based on their time zone. But they are there, they are role playing, and these pirate role plays are amazing too. They really are. Well, I just wanted to look at that for a little bit and show you guys that role playing communities are still alive and thriving. They really are thriving. I mean, there are a lot of people that come to these sims. It's just at different intervals. They're in the middle of role playing. You don't know what's going on. And sometimes, I know with the Viking role play, we used to hop from sim to sim during our battles and fighting. We didn't stay on one sim. And they probably still do that, where they go from one sim to another. Oh, yes, they do still do that. Because one of the people that I recorded for, they had multiple sims that they would fight on throughout the day. And that's another thing, it's throughout the day. There are different times when it comes to battling. There are different times that they will go to battle. And it just depends on your timing. because you hop onto a role play sim that's big on battles and fighting, and you're caught in the middle of a battle. Go visit, put your visitors tags on, but make sure you know that you might be in the middle of a battle if you go to visit one of those type of sims. And they're mostly the Vikings, the pirates, the Alexandrian Greek. Those are the role plays that I know of that I remember from the past that still do it, that fight in battles with each other. And then there are rogue warriors that get together and fight battles with different peoples, Persians, Greeks, whatever. These are some interesting sims for steampunk roleplay. Very interesting. Yeah, I'm not big on steampunk, even though I have a lot of steampunk stuff. Again, there are 302 active role playing sims of different genres. Family, I feel that family role play is very big and heavy, or it's just that you see the most of them in the forefront when it comes to role playing, especially on YouTube. You only really see the family RP, but I'm telling you, as you can see here, there are a lot more than just family RP. A lot more. And people are just very heavy into the battling and fighting in the CTF and stuff. Those games are heavy and serious, and they go at the time that they go is very strict about that. You choose what time you want to participate, go, and as far as attempting to record or screenshot or anything of those type of things, it's not something that I think a lot of people think about. So that's probably why you don't really see or hear too much about CFTs and other fighting and battling simulations in these RP communities, especially Bloodlines. Bloodlines has a war HUD now where you fight Likings. Likings fight against vampires. No one records that or talks about that. And you think that Bloodlines is dead, but it's not dead. It's another one of those you have to be in it to know it kind of things. You have to be active in the community to know what's going on, receive the notices, go to the events, get your updates on your HUDs, stuff like that. And people are active in the chats and everything. Like I feel like I'm getting messages in the Bloodlines chat every day. They're always talking to each other. I don't know that they have a Discord. I don't even know if that's really needed because in world group chat is always on. I tried the Lux LA RP and I have the HUD and everything, but this is a sim where I feel like every time I visit, no matter what time of day it is, there is no one there. I guess, does everyone come online at 6 or 5 in the morning? I'm not about to turn my computer on that early. When I get up at 5, it's to relax, have my tea, have my coffee, eat some fruit or whatever, and just relax, listening to music before I do anything. I feel like turning the computer on or looking at my phone or anything like that. The first thing that I do when I get up is not healthy for me. And that's just something that I would never do in my morning routine. I wait till around 9 or 10 to get on the computer and like, okay, here I go. But other people are different, so they probably do be on here around those times. I know that Carmen, I don't know, I forget the last name, but you guys know should know who Carmen is. Carmen says that she comes online around 6 a.m. And I thought about coming online at 6 a.m., but usually around those times I'm teaching. That's the only time I will get on the computer at that early is to teach classes. But anyway, so some people get online that early, and that's probably the bulk of Lux LA might be that type of people that gets online that early. And it says that it was created by YouTuber Angel Face, the Lux LA RP, and they work on Zeo Life, Nexus, and custom RP HUDs. And yes, the Lux LA HUD is a custom HUD. It looks like the GTA HUD, if you've ever played GTA. And yeah, you have to go by category, know what you're looking for, visit all of the ones that you're interested in. You will find out that it's really well and alive. RP, I think, is probably the biggest thing in Second Life to do. I mean, I RP all the time. I RP my urban family. I RP my sorority that I'm in. Just about almost everything we do is RP in Second Life, really, if you really look at it and think about it. And the family RPs are really heavy on Facebook for some reason. Everyone wants to have a baby and do the life HUDs. And there's a new HUD called My Story, which I'm thinking about getting so I can cook food. So look out for that because that will probably be in my next day in the life vlog. I will probably have a My Story iPad and cook some meals for the family. And we're going to bake cookies. It might be a small reel on, uh, what is that called? Instagram. It'll be a small reel on Instagram. And yeah. Oh, and I do sci-fi. I do silico. Silico is very ancient. One second, but I don't even see it on here. Oh, it's 3 pages. Well, silico, yeah, there it is. In silico, it's old, so old, but it's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I visited other sci-fi sims, but this sim, I just fell so in love with it. I wanted to rent an apartment there, but had complications. So hopefully now they got boxes out where you can go physically rent apartments now on Insilico. I love it. And then these are some new ones to me that I never heard of. Look at this cyberpunk city. It looks like they do a fighting RP too. Yeah, it doesn't say what system they use, but the most common fighting systems are DCS, CCS, TCS, and there are some street fighting HUDs that I believe are custom made for that particular roleplay. So that is all for this video, really. All I wanted to show was the RP, or the role-playing communities that are still very active, growing, because there are a lot of new ones that I had never seen before. And that's what we want. We want the role-playing communities to grow. And all the winter sims have popped up, and it's not even winter yet. But they are beautifully decorated. You can buy all your Christmas decorations now and hook up your sims, your homes. I love it. This is a pretty picture right here. I love it. That's very inspirational. Winter Wonderland is back. I think that's a yearly installment. I did a video on that place last year. I will visit a few other places, but I like Yosemite. Yosemite has changed to winter. It's beautiful, and I'm very excited and happy about it. Okay, that is the end of this live stream. Until next time, bye.